My name is Marko Kovalenko. 3 days ago, I was a respected defense attorney in Kiev. Now, I'm bleeding from a gunshot wound in my shoulder, hiding in a basement that smells like burnt plastic, and my face is on every police bulletin from Lviv to Donetsk. If you're reading this, I need you to understand. I didn't kill Alexei Taran. I was the only one trying to save him. Alexei wasn't just another whistleblower. He had the documents, proof that certain high-ranking defense ministry officials were selling targeting data to the enemy. That's not corruption. That's treason. I knew representing him was dangerous. I knew people would want him silenced. What I didn't know was how fast it would all come down. It started with a tap on my shoulder. Monday morning, courthouse lobby. Coffee in one hand, case file in the other. A kid, couldn't have been older than 20, taps me and says, "They moved your client." Said it's national security. That was the first red flag. Nobody moves a detainee without notifying counsel. By the time I reached the SBU holding facility, the place was swarming. Tape trucks, men in unmarked uniforms. A stretcher came out, covered in a black tarp. I asked 3 times. Nobody answered. Then one of them slipped. Whistleblower took his own life. Sensitive case. Step away. Bullshit. Alexei was terrified, but he wasn't suicidal. He trusted me. He told me he had insurance. If I die, the files go public. Then came the second red flag. A summons. Not from the court. From an internal tribunal that didn't officially exist. They called it a security assessment hearing. No record. No judge I recognized. But there, on the docket, was my name. As a suspect. 2 hours later, I was the prime suspect in Alexei's suicide. When I walked out of the courthouse that evening, there was already a perimeter. I knew something was wrong when I saw the same gray SUV parked across the street as the day before. Engine running. Windows tinted. Then the shooting started. First round cracked the glass beside my head. I dropped my briefcase and ran. Another shot tore through my coat. I didn't look back until I hit the alley. 4 guys in black balaclavas jumped from the SUV, rifles raised. I made it 2 blocks before I ducked into a parking garage, hotwired a beat-up Skoda, and slammed the gas. The chase lasted 11 minutes through Podol. 11 minutes of wrong turns, smashed mirrors, and adrenaline. They had drones. I swear, I heard the buzzing overhead. I drove under an overpass just as something exploded behind me. Maybe a car, maybe a piece of me. I didn't check. I lost them by ditching the car in an under-construction metro tunnel and crawling half a kilometer underground. That's where I stitched the wound. Dirty rag. Bottle of Harilka. Pure instinct. My phone? Smashed. Bank cards? Disabled. I was no longer Marko Kovalenko. ESQ, I was just another ghost in a city full of ruins. I needed help. First person I thought of was Dima Horobets. Ex-army buddy. Runs a private security firm now. Used to call himself the guy who could disappear a tank in broad daylight. He let me in. Gave me tea. Let me shower. Said he believed me. Then he drugged me. I woke up zip-tied in his warehouse office. 2 men were arguing. One wanted to turn me in for the bounty. The other said, "Let the tribunal handle it. We get more if he confesses on video." That's when I realized how deep it went. Dima wasn't freelancing. He was working for them. I got lucky. A battery fire in the adjacent storage unit tripped the alarms. While the guards scrambled, I used a shard of broken mug to cut my wrist ties and crawl into the ceiling vents. I escaped through the skylight. Fell 2 stories onto a stack of tires. Rolled my ankle but kept moving. I limped into the hacker district, the part of Kiev no tourist guide talks about. Concrete shells, spray-painted murals of drones, anti-war slogans. I used an old favor to contact OSA, a legend in the cyber warfare underground. She didn't trust me at first. Made me sit in a Faraday cage for 2 hours while she scanned my blood for trackers. She believed me. Eventually, we were underground for less than 36 hours when the missile hit. It was small, precision, probably launched from a handheld drone. We were eating when the floor shook. Ceiling collapsed. Her friend Boris didn't make it. OSA dragged me out with a dislocated shoulder and a look in her eyes that said, "They're not just corrupt, they're exterminating people." That night, I told her everything. In return, she showed me something worse. A hard drive clone from a corrupt judge's laptop. Files labeled Tribunal Operations, Q3, bribe logs, blackmail tapes, kill orders. One with my name on it. Next to it, a status update, confirmed scapegoat, useful idiot. The real kicker? The tribunal wasn't state-run. It was private. An illegal shadow court run by oligarchs, generals, and one former justice minister. They weren't just rigging trials. They were erasing threats. Legally. Quietly. We couldn't go to the press. Every outlet was compromised. So we went straight to the heart of the beast. The court. Plan was insane. I'd sneak into my own trial. It was public for optics. They had a decoy Marco in custody. Looked nothing like me. Didn't matter. Nobody expected me to walk in through the back, dressed as a janitor. OSA hacked the building's internal feeds. As I walked into the courtroom, she sent a signal. Every screen in the chamber blinked. Password prompt. Then she uploaded the files. Bribe lists, kill orders, tribunal communications, real-time exposure. Chaos erupted. The judge, Vasil Hersky, screamed, tried to cut the feed. The jury stood up. One of them fainted. Half the audience fled. Then came the twist that nearly broke me. A man walked in through the side door. Military coat. Face hidden by a scarf. Wesay froze. That's... I knew that walk. Knew that limp. It was Alexei. Alive. He pulled off the scarf and smiled. Sorry, Marco. But you were always the backup plan. Then all hell broke loose. Gunfire from the rafters. OSA screaming in my earpiece. SWAT teams swarming in. I tackled Alexei, but he slipped out. I made it to the bench, grabbed the flash drive, and dove behind cover as tear gas flooded the room. OSA detonated the fire doors remotely. I sprinted out the east wing, choking, barely able to see. We made it to the roof. OSA was waiting with a stolen news chopper. We took off. The city burned below us. I'm writing this from a warehouse near Odessa. Don't ask for coordinates. They've labeled me a terrorist now. Said I was behind 3 assassinations and a courthouse bombing. There's a video of me confessing. Deepfake. Garbage. But we cracked something. People are asking questions. The tribunal is rattled. This isn't over. Not even close. I'm coming back for Alexei. For Hersky. For all of them. If you guys want part 2, how we took down the entire tribunal, upvote and I'll post the next chapter. Stay loud. Stay angry. And for God's sake, don't trust the courts. Marco.